Okay, so in our previous class, we were talking about rectification entries. In
Yes.
this batch one, actually, in the extra classes that you are taking, in that we were discussing about purchase book and sales book, uh, and then journal ledger. Yes.
Yes.
So rectification of error, we have discussed some errors in our previous class, like error of omission, error of commission, compensatory errors, error of principle, if you remember.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what is error of omission?
When there is like uh partial omission incomplete.
Partial omission.
Of transaction.
Okay. Only partial omission.
And complete.
There is two types of omission. One is partial and one is complete omission. When you leave entry not recorded at all, then it is called full omission. When you record some part of the entry in your books and you leave some part of it, then it is called partial omission. And what is error of principle?
Uh
Don't
a-
remember.
an accounting mistake.
Accounting mistake means
Like I forgot.
mistakes which involve involving the rules of accounting.
Yes.
Okay. So we will write these things actually using entry. Yes. These are the errors, omissions. Okay. So first of all, what is error? We should write it first. Then we will talk about what is rectification. Okay.
Okay.
So chapter name is, actually this is a separate chapter and it is also part of proper journal. So rectification of error. Now, first thing is, what is error? What is error? Now, when there is a mistake or omission while recording classifying and summarizing the transactions, then it is called error. Hello, Abdullah. You joined very late today.
Good evening. Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Sir,
You
actually,
joined very late today.
yeah, actually, sir.
Okay, classification of errors. First of all, error. When there is a mistake or omission while recording, classifying, and summarizing the transaction, then it is called error. Classification, if you remember, we have already written here. These are the classification. I'm not going to write it again. So I will copy it so that it will be here also. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this definition? First of all, whenever there is any transaction, if you remember the accounting process, transactions are identified as financial nature and then it is recorded in the books. Then it is classified, summarized, after that analysis and interpretation, and after that there is communication. Then again we are back to transaction. This is accounting cycle. Lekhankan chakra, like Ahar Srinkla, food chain. So it is accounting cycle. Transaction is recorded, then classify, then summarize, analysis and interpretation, communication, and then back to transaction. Now it is recorded in journal. Journal is the first step, so it is recorded in journal. After that, journal is classified in ledger, as we have studied. And after preparation of ledger, we summarize the books, we prepare trial balance and final account. And after knowing the balance, trial balance and final account, we know the profit and loss and financial position of the business. So then we analyze and interpret that is there sufficient profit we are earning? Is there only profit or loss also? If there is loss, then what is the reason behind such loss? So these are the part of analysis and interpretation. When we find the reason, when we analyze and we find the result, we find the reason, then we communicate it with the owner of the business or related parties, you can say. So same goes with the student's life. You prepare for exam, then you give small test and things to understand your preparation, then you give final examination, result came, and then you analyze your result. If everything is good, then good. Otherwise, you analyze things that what went bad, what is the problem, what is the issue, and then you communicate it with your parents. So this is the same situation in accounting also. So now at every step, journal, ledger, trial balance, and final account up to this point, not in analysis and interpretation. We are talking about only this recording part. So journal, ledger, trial balance, and final account, there can be a mistake. While recording journal entry, you can make a mistake. While transferring the entries from journal to ledger, you can make a mistake. And then at the time of preparation of trial balance and final accounts, you can make a mistake. So That's why I have written when there is a mistake or omission while recording, classifying, and summarizing the transaction, then it is called error. Understood? Is there any doubt here? Madhya,
Yes, sir.
is there any doubt?
No, can I write it?
No, just wait. After I explain a little bit about these uh, classification also, then you can write. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Abdullah, is there any confusion, doubt you have?
No.
No.
Okay, very good. So classification of error, actually we have talked about this. So I will tell you a little bit to remind you. Error of omission means when you leave anything in the transaction, when you leave full transaction or when you leave one part of the transaction, then it is called omission. Okay, so you didn't write something related to any transaction. So it is divided into two parts: partial omission, full omission. When you write only some part of the transaction, then it is called partial omission. When you leave full transaction, then it is called full omission. Second is error of commission, means error of amounts, you can say. Error of commission means error of amount. Like you are writing 500, you have by mistake, you have written 5,000. So or vice versa. So same thing happens with like you are writing 678 and you have written 867. So amount is changed somehow. So it is called error of commission. Error of principle means error which is related to rules of accountancy. So error of principle. Any expenses which is to be added in assets account is written as expenditure. Any expenditure which is written off in profit and loss account is added to assets. So these are the errors. Compensatory errors. The last one, which means when you prepare the account, there are some type of error which compensate other mistakes. So one mistake can nullify the effect of other mistakes, so you will not be able to find the mistake in your books. So these are called compensatory errors. It compensates the effect of other errors. Now you can write it. You don't have to write the cycle.
Can it go a bit up? Transfer and then start with that. So this is new chapter or a new part, like new header?
This is part of subsidiary book also, but it
Okay.
is given in separate chapter.
Okay. Can you say the chapter and number then?
In this book, it is chapter number 17.
Chapter number
17, but
17. Okay.
not as per your NCERT book.
I guess.
In that, trial balance, rectification of error, depreciation, all these chapters are clubbed together.
Yeah. This like trial balance and rectification of error is like in one chapter only. It's like chapter number 6 in NCRT.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So just one second call.
Have you completed, Madhya?
Yes, sir.
But you didn't tell me that you have completed.
I thought he was writing.
Okay. So this accounting cycle is not required. Okay. So error of omission, I already told you, but there are certain errors which can affect the trial balance, and there are certain errors which will not affect the trial balance. So you cannot find these errors by totaling the trial balance. Now, when you prepare trial balance, to understand the error, you have to understand this. When you prepare the trial balance, there is this trial balance, and this is the list of account that is created in ledger. So I explained you the ledger, Madiha. Abdullah has studied the ledger part before also, but I explained you ledger in previous class, and I told you that in journal entry, many ledgers will come, and you have to create separate format for each ledger. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in every ledger account that you will prepare, you have to calculate the balancing part we have done,
Yes.
like cash account, purchase account, Harish account, Kailash account. These account we have created in our previous class. And there are some others also that we have not created. I explained only these four. So in all the accounts, when you write all the accounts name that you have created in ledger, then balance will be written here on the debit or credit side. So whatever the amount, you will write it here. And after writing all the accounts, total of ledger should be equal. If debit side total is 1,50,000, then credit side total should be 1,50,000. Then you can say your answer is correct. Okay.
Yes.
You remember this, Abdullah, trial balance part?
Sir, can you repeat?
I'm saying that when we prepare ledger, we calculate the balance of account, different account in ledger, and we write it in trial balance. You remember this part?
Yes, sir. बहुत सही.
Okay. After writing all the balance, we calculate the total of the both side in trial balance, and both side
Yes,
total should be equal. Then you
yes,
can
sir.
say your answer is correct. Now, the problem is when we prepare trial balance, I just told you some of the error will affect this total. Means that error will affect the total in a manner that it will not match. And some error will not affect this total, like compensatory errors. It will affect both sides. So there will be no effect on total. Your total will match. So these kind of error is very difficult to find. But yes, we can find it by uh, doing some rechecking, testing the solution. So we can find the error. Now the problem is there are different stages where we find error. Errors before preparation of trial balance. Some error you will find before preparation of trial balance or during preparation of trial balance. It is also categorized in this one. Okay. So either you can find the error before preparing trial balance or during the trial balance, it will be included in this case. The second is error after preparation of trial balance. But before final, because after final account, if you are finding any mistake, then it cannot be corrected in the current year. It will be corrected in the next year because you have already prepared your final account. And final account, if you don't know, just think about it. Final account, when it is prepared, it is signed by owner, then auditor, and if the business size is big, then it is submitted to the government also. Now tell me, can this final account rectified when we find the mistake?
No, sir.
I'm asking the question again. Can this final account can be corrected? Corrected means you cut the uh, final account somewhere and write something else. Can you do this? You both have to answer.
No.
No, because it is submitted to the government and you cannot like make cutting. Okay, so your books should be clean. If there is some mistake, then you have to rectify it before submitting to the government. After submission to the government, you cannot change it. Okay, so any mistake that is left will be corrected in the next year. That's why there is only two cases: error before preparation of trial balance, error after preparation of trial balance, but before final. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the two stages also for rectification. So error you find before trial balance is rectified also before trial balance. Rectification of error before trial balance and rectification of error after preparation of trial balance. So these two classification of rectification. So heading is rectification of error. Please write this.
So do we have to write the case one?
Yes, we have to write this one. After that, I will explain.
Okay.
Tell me after you have completed writing.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. So one-sided error, error which affects only one side of an account, then it is called one-sided error. These errors will affect the agreement of the trial balance. Due to these errors, total of trial balance will not match. Okay. So first of all, these are one-sided error. One-sided error means when you prepare ledger, it is not a mistake of journal. In journal, you cannot do one-sided error. Okay. So we cannot say that it is mistake of journal. When you prepare ledger, let's say you are preparing cash. So you can post wrong amount. So you can post wrong amount here. So it is called posting mistake. You can calculate total wrong. So it is called totaling or casting mistake. And you can calculate balance incorrect. So that is called balancing mistake. So these kind of mistake are included in one-sided error. So for example, posting mistake, or you can say posting error, then casting error. Okay, so these two things. And actually balancing error is also part of casting error. When we calculate a higher total, then the balance is automatically higher. Okay, so casting error is also called balancing error. Okay, so posting error and casting error. Now, how it will be given in the question and how it will be solved. First of all, how it will be rectified. So in these type of errors, solution is you have to write a simple note in the related account. So you can write simple note in the related account or in your books at the time of trial balance preparation, and it will be automatically rectified. Simple note means like if it is a mistake of posting, let's say you have posted entry twice, means one single entry in, let's say it is purchase account. In purchase account, you write things on the debit side. So you have written one purchase account debit to Mohan account 5,000, and again you have written same transaction. So you have posted this transaction twice in the ledger. Now, if you want to rectify it, there should be, you cannot cut this because rectification does not work like this. You cannot cut this and rectify it. You have to do one entry on the credit side also. So by wrong posting, and you will write 5,000 here also. Okay, so this is how you write a simple note and your error can be rectified. So tell me if it is clear to you. There are many types of error, not this one only. So tell me if any confusion you have related to this entry, this rectification.
No, sir.
Abdullah?
No, sir. But sir, like if we make a if we make one more entry, so the amount will be a bit higher than the initial amount, right? Like the exact amount. So how
Okay,
does that work?
think about it. This is your trial balance. Okay.
Yes.
And in this, you write purchase account. If there is no mistake, if there is no mistake means you have not done this or this, means everything is correct. Then the balance which is to be written here in trial balance debit side, 5,000. Yes or no?
Mm, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I remove this, then also your balance in purchase account will be, tell me, 5,000.
Yeah, nahin, but the total amount will be 10,000, right? That's what I'm asking.
Total will not affect our trial balance. Yes or no?
Okay. So if we have done purchases of 5,000 in a month, for example, but if we write 10,000 after rectification, so it'll still be correct.
If you write only 10,000, then your balance here will be 10,000. If you rectify it, then your balance here will be 5,000.
Okay.
So in ledger, if you do this by posting on the opposite side, then your balance will be same, but the total will be different. So total will not affect our trial balance or final account. So that's why there is no relevance of total of ledger.
So we write the balance by balance part in the every trial balance.
Yes, we every you forgot that we write balance of each account in ledger account in trial
No, I
balance.
got confused for a moment. When the total is different, then why are we writing? That's why I got confused.
No, total is not coming in trial balance. Only balance we calculate in every ledger account is transferred to trial balance.
Okay. Thank
So that's why your balance is important. Your total of ledger is not important.
you. Okay.
Okay. Now, this is the entry related to posted entry twice. Actually, let me write the solution along with it so that I can erase it if there is no confusion now.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, no problem.
Okay. So posted entry twice. Right on the opposite side. Opposite side of entry. with the same amount. और लिखना क्या है हमें? What should we write? We should write to or by wrong posting. Or you can be more specific by writing to or by twice posting of a transaction. You can do this also. But wrong posting is common. That's why. It is also used some different error. Okay, in some different error, like if you post less amount, then also you can write wrong posting. Less amount posted, then to or by wrong posting on the same side. If the amount you have written less, then you have to write on the same side, wrong posting of amount. Same thing. If debit item is written on the credit side or credit item is written on the debit side, then it is called wrong side posting. So it will be corrected by writing this one. To or by wrong side posting. On the opposite side of first entry. Opposite side of first entry with double amount. This is confusing. Why double amount? Means, let's say that this is your cash account, and cash account opening balance is given, let's say 10,000, and there should be an entry on the credit side by stationery 2,000. So in this case, the balance should be 8,000. Yes or no? If we have done the solution in this way, then our balance should be 8,000. But we have made a mistake. What we have done? We have written stationery on the debit side. So to balance BD 10,000, and by mistake we have written stationery on the debit side also 2,000. Now what we have to do? If we write on the correct side by wrong posting or by stationery in this side, wrong posting 2,000, then is it correct? Do you think so? Nadia? Do you think this is correct? Abdullah,
Yes, sir. Can you repeat?
do you think this is correct? The rectification I have done here, do you think it is correct?
Yes, sir.
Madiha, I didn't get your answer.
No, sir, I think.
Abdullah, your voice is very slow. I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, sir, no, I wait. Yes, sir, it's
Madiha, are you
about
there?
correct.
No. Madiha left. Okay, Abdullah, can you repeat
No,
what you just said?
no, sir, it's not looking correct.
It's not correct because
Yes,
balance should be 8,000. It is 10,000 here. It is not correct.
yes,
So we have to write 4,000 here. Then it will be 8,000. Now the question is why we are writing 4,000 and our answer is matching, because first 2,000 on the credit side is the original one. It should be written on the credit side. Okay. And the second 2,000 is to correct this amount. Whenever there is a mistake on the opposite side, then you write it on the opposite side of that entry. So this 2,000 will be written as 2,000 on the credit side, then it will be rectified, and 2,000 was the original amount. So total should be 4,000 on the credit side. That's why I have written 4,000. So whenever there is a wrong side entry, then you have to write on the opposite side double the amount, double the amount of mistake, you can say. So in that situation, you can rectify.
okay,
Understood?
yes,
Actually, this is rectification of entries. That's why I'm not going very fast, because if I go fast, then you'll not understand it.
yes,
This
sir, it's
is
actually confusing.
very confusing. So please write
Yes.
this, and after that,
If, for example, if I've written 4,000 on debit side, so on credit I should write 8,000, right?
yes,
Okay.
you should write from here.
Posted entry twice?
1, 2, 3, yes, posted entry twice.
Okay.
Tell me after you have completed.
Obvious. So what is this less amount posted two slash by wrong posting of amount?
Less amount posted means when you write amount lower than what should be written. Like you want to write 5,000, but by mistake you have written only 500. In that case, to by wrong posting of amount on the same side, actually, oh, it is missed. On the same side
On the
with difference. Okay. So to by wrong person, let's say you have written only 500, then you have to write 4,500 on the same side. Yes or no?
yes.
So this is less amount posted.
Okay. Okay. Amount on the same side. That's
Okay, so this is all for today. There is some part left, like casting, mistake related to casting, so which will we write in our next class, and then I will solve a question, and after that you can practice some. Okay, so it will take 1 or 2 class more to complete this topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask Abdullah.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. My I was like speaking, but my mic was in mute. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was saying that uh like when will you start depreciation, sir? Like my accounts exam is on next Sunday.
After completing this, because we have started this, so then we have to complete it.
It will be a big problem, no? Like, how can we like do it in like
Yes.
no, it will be a big problem. हम लोग depreciation कैसे करेंगे? वैसे आज की क्लास होगी, कल की है, and then it's like Wednesday.
हमने
Then
डेप्रिसिएशन किया था या नहीं किया था?
we did provisions and reserves मेरे ख्याल से. Yes, आपने provisions and reserves करवाया था अलग से. Depreciation नहीं कर. आपने एक छोटा सा part मुझे बताया था like ways of calculating SLM, that straight line method and written down value method. Not
Yes.
properly. Like, और वो भी like first term में था I guess. बहुत पहले.
But now it is actually, the problem is it is batch class.